Hello. My name is Narul Najia Binti Muhammad Nizam. I'm from Group 23. My ID number is 2,022,846,276. My lecturer's name is Norsakina Zarina Zulkifli. I will explain about chemical nomenclature from Chapter 1.3. When naming the metal ion, the name of the metal maintained, only put ion at the end. For example, potassium or K+ will be a potassium ion. Magnesium or Mg+ will be magnesium ion. When naming a monoatomic anion, or nonmetal, we add IDE at the end of the element's name. Look at the example and group below. Polyatomic ions is when ion composed of more than one atom. For naming polyatomic ion, we have to refer to the list and memorize the polyatomic ion. Ionic compounds are compounds consisting of ions. The two elements compound is usually ionic when one element is a metal and the other one is a nonmetal. Keep the metal element's name and change the nonmetal name when naming. Positive charge species on the left will use a stock method or common name. The negative charge species on right will use the name of a polyatomic ion. Use parentheses as needed. For this one, indicate charge on metal with Roman numeral. For cation, we use Roman numeral and the metal name is unchanged. For anion, we change the ending to IDE. Look at the example below. Molecular compounds consist of molecules whose formula represents the actual number of atoms bonded together in the molecule. The first step in naming a molecular compound is identifying it as one. Nearly all molecular compounds form from two or more nonmetals. For examples, H2O, NH3 and CH4. Elements further to the left in periodic tables are placed first in the formula. If more than one compound can be formed from the same elements, use prefixes to indicate the number of each kind of atom. Last element name must end with IDE. For naming hydroacids, acid name begins with the prefix hydro followed by the base name of the anion, followed by the suffix -ic. Acids which do not contain oxygen like HCl, H2S and HF, are named by adding the hydro prefix to the root by the -ic suffix. Formula for naming acids: hydro plus halogen name plus -ic. Next, naming oxoacid. Oxoacid is an acid that contains hydrogen, oxygen and another element. The rules for naming oxonion, anions of oxoacids, are as follows. 1. When all the H ions are removed from the -ic acid, the anion's name ends with -ate. 2. When all the H ions are removed from the OUS acid, the anion's name end with -ite. 3. The names of anions in which one or more but not all the hydrogen ions have been removed must indicate the number of H ions present. For example, H2PO4- is dihydrogen phosphate, HPO42- is hydrogen phosphate and PO43- is phosphate.